This is the story of Isak, an average university student overjoyed to have a girlfriend named Karen. As his first romantic partner, he struggled to believe his luck, given her charm and sociable nature. The couple had just been intimate, and as Isak waited for Karen to finish showering, he noticed a message notification on her phone. Curiosity led him to accidentally activate the device, revealing alerts from her lover requesting a meet. Unable to resist, Isak scrolled through the messages, discovering Karen's affair with Kamakura, a senpai she'd known since high school. To his disbelief, Kamakura was already dating Doku, renowned as the most beautiful girl at their university. Isak reeled at the realization that Karen, his own girlfriend, had entangled herself with Kamakura despite his relationship with the campus beauty. Isak left without confronting his girlfriend about what he had discovered. He wandered the streets to clear his mind, replaying every excuse Karen had used to meet her lover in secret. Eventually, he settled near the lagoon, trying to process how Kamakura could cheat on Doku, his own breathtaking girlfriend. Overwhelmed and irrational, Isak resolved to retaliate against Karen by mirroring her betrayal. He called Sakurajima, bluntly proposing to make physical activity with him, a request that left her stunned. The narrative shifts forward, showing Isak recounting these events to his friend Shida. Shida criticized Isak's impulsiveness, particularly his reckless proposition to the school's beauty. Sakurajima Isak acknowledged his mistake but insisted his anger over Karen's infidelity had clouded his judgment. Sakurajima, surprisingly forgiving, urged him to explain his turmoil. She knew he wasn't normally so reckless. Through tears, Isak confessed the truth. Kamakura, Sakurajima's boyfriend, was cheating on her with his own girlfriend, Karen. Sakurajima grasped the situation at once, maintaining her composure as she urged Isak to steady himself. She arranged to meet him the next day for a discussion. Demanding secrecy a promise, he shattered immediately by confiding in Shida. Isak trusted Shida's discretion, but his friend mocked his plans, joking about pursuing Sakurajima himself. Isak dismissed the idea. His goal was to confront Sakurajima with screenshots exposing Kamakura's affair with Karen. Shida approved of the plan, but cautioned Isak to tread carefully, warning that Sakurajima's calm exterior might mask fury. The following day, Isak waited at a remote location far from campus to avoid gossip. Sakurajima arrived warmly, apologizing for her sharp words the prior day, attributing them to fleeting frustration. Isak brushed it aside, steering the conversation toward their shared betrayal by Kamakura and Karen. Sakurajima listened impassively, then requested tangible evidence of the affair. Isak handed her his phone, displaying the incriminating messages between Kamakura and Karen. Her face hardened as she read. Convinced of the truth, she returned the phone, declaring she wouldn't ignore the betrayal but refused to stoop to revenge. Wasn't her way. The protagonist wrestled with the ethics of retaliation, torn between two conflicting reasons. First, he couldn't fully accept Karen's infidelity without absolute proof. A part of him still hoped it was a twisted prank. Second, he feared retaliating with betrayal would strip them of any moral right to confront their partners. Isak acknowledged this logic, but burned with resentment at the unfairness. Their partners escaping unscathed while he and Sakurajima endured the pain. Sakurajima shared his anger but rejected mimicking their deceit. If proven true, she vowed to destroy Kamakura's life irreversibly. She apologized for her earlier harshness, clarifying she'd act only after confirming the affair through direct evidence. She countered that screenshots alone were insufficient dates of Kamakura's meets, needed to align with Karen's free time and her own schedule gaps. Isak suggested covertly tracking Karen's activities to gather indisputable proof without alerting her. Sakurajima agreed, demanding close collaboration. She shared her contact information, instructing him to relay every detail for a united front. Concrete evidence alone, she emphasized, would justify their response. Isak thanked Sakurajima for steering him away from impulsiveness, admitting anger had nearly consumed him. The next day, during a planned date with Karen, Isaac reminisced about their meeting, both joining the same university club as first years. Karen had initiated their relationship, openly confessing her feelings after noticing their growing closeness. Flustered by his own admission, Isaac's confession marked the moment Karen began viewing him romantically. The pair started dating soon after. Their early days including a date where Isaac won Karen, a stuffed bear from an arcade machine, a prize she'd openly coveted. Walking home, Isaac offered to carry the bear in a bag, but Karen refused, clutching it proudly in her arms. She revealed it fulfilled a long-held dream, returning home with a prize her boyfriend had won for her. Silently thanking him for granting it, they ended the night at a modest family restaurant, sharing a meal as a couple. Later, Isaac relayed the entire date to Sheeta. Sheeta responded with mock surprise, ribbing Isaac for securing a girlfriend so swiftly after starting college without exploring other prospects. Isaac brushed off the remarks, insisting he'd found someone worth pursuing and saw no need to hold back his affection. He added casually that Karen's parents would be away the following week, hinting at plans to deepen their relationship that evening. Sheeta cheered him on, half-jokingly admitting Isaac was outpacing him in romantic experience. In the present, during their restaurant meal, Karen accused Isaac of neglect, claiming he prioritized routine over effort. She criticized their predictable date habits, frustrated by his refusal to innovate or prioritize her interests. Isaac reminded her of her past claim that location didn't matter as long as they were together, a stance Karen now rejected. She explained she'd downplayed her expectations early in their relationship, but now demanded more from a partner. Isaac abruptly recalled Karen's recent phone fixation during dates, which she dismissed as mobile games, but masked her secret messages with Kamakura. He apologized, citing distraction from hosting a childhood friend visiting the city, and proposed a high-end dinner as compensation. Karen rejected the offer, arguing he'd imposed the plan without her input, reinforcing his perceived selfishness. Isaac suppressed his frustration, recalling Sakurajima's counsel, and suggested a Thursday date designed around her preferences. Karen declined, citing pending work matching Kamakura's excuse to Sakurajima that day. Isaac informed Sakurajima of the mirrored behavior, but she refused to condemn their partners without irrefutable proof. Isaac insisted the evidence was damning, but Sakurajima's strained expression betrayed her denial. He admitted Karen had criticized their repetitive dates, prompting Sakurajima to inquire about their usual meeting spots. Isaac listed their routine, arcaded movies, then a family restaurant. Sakurajima agreed, noting that repetitive routines drain passion from relationships. Isaac fixated on Karen's remark about other couples' lavish dates, demanding Sakurajima identify who she referenced. Sakurajima redirected the conversation, pressing Isaac to detail Karen's specific grievances. Isaac weighed confronting Karen, but settled on organizing an extravagant birthday dinner for her that Saturday. Kamakura had invited Sakurajima to his house that Saturday, using his brother's absence as an excuse for private time. Sakurajima delayed responding, theorizing rejection would force Kamakura to contact Karen if guilty. She instructed Isaac to proceed with the dinner but reserve evening time to surveil Kamakura. Karen thanked Kamakura for a gifted necklace during a call, while mocking Isaac's lack of sophistication compared to Kamakura's before ending the call. At the upscale restaurant, Karen's unimpressed reaction unnerved Isaac, though he dismissed it to focus on dinner. Isaac ordered unilaterally, provoking Karen's criticism for not getting a full wine bottle to test its vintage, a baffling expectation given his wine ignorance. Seething, Karen whispered something cryptic to Isaac, ensuring no one else heard. Isaac maintained his composure, assuring Karen a special gift awaited her later. The waiter served their food, and Karen's demeanor brightened upon tasting the appetizer, which she deemed exceptionally flavorful. Isaac found her sudden enthusiasm strange. She'd never cared about gourmet meals and probed how she knew the course order. Karen deflected, insisting she'd studied the restaurant's multi-course menu online, and chastised his unpreparedness. Isak suppressed his frustration, her entitled tone deepening his doubts, but he prioritized collecting concrete proof. Post-dinner, Karen ordered cannolo, the restaurant's famed signature dessert. Isak obliged, but questioned her unexpected expertise about the establishment. Karen dismissed it, attributing her knowledge to a magazine feature. Isak handed her the birthday gift, a designer purse she'd casually mentioned wanting months prior. Karen beamed, thanking him sincerely, her smile briefly rekindling his hope. This was all a misunderstanding. He inquired about her evening plans. Her face fell as she cited an urgent friend's birthday party, a transparent excuse. Later, Isak updated Sakurajima, confirming no movement at Kamakura's apartment during their watch. Sakurajima noted Kamakura's claim about buying a microwave conflicted with his absence from home. She urged patience, theorizing the pair would exploit their shared day off tomorrow for a discreet meet. She'd secured a professional camera from a friend to document any encounters. Planning to surveil Kamakura's car for photographic evidence, Isak's suspicions solidified. Sakurajima's plan wasn't just confirmation, but annihilation if the cheating proved true. At that moment, Kamakura and Karen arrived at a secluded, upscale restaurant. One Karen had longed to visit for her birthday, elated he'd chosen it. Isak and Sakurajima snapped photos swiftly, capturing the pair kissing outside the entrance. To Isak, the images were conclusive, but Sakurajima deemed them inadequate, fearing claims of camera tricks or harmless encounters. Isak struggled to grasp her refusal to acknowledge the blatant truth. Sakurajima insisted the photos could be dismissed as staged, pushing for prolonged surveillance. Exasperated by Isak's hesitation, she challenged him to abandon the mission. If he lacked resolve, she'd continue alone. Isak stayed, resolved to stand by Sakurajima despite his uncertainty. Sakurajima inquired about his date with Karen. He disclosed their activities and the restaurant he chose. Sakurajima identified the establishment, aware of its renowned desserts. Ked had previously mentioned this detail to her while elaborating further. She realized it matched the restaurant Kamakura took her to earlier. This confirmed their shared visit there. Isak questioned why his senpai dated someone like Kamakura. She noted Kamakura's popularity, but admitted shallow initial motives. He had confessed to her first, but she immediately rejected him. Over time, she gradually learned more about him. She discovered his profound loneliness and lack of support during hardships. That realization prompted her decision to date him, hoping to provide support. Ultimately, her efforts proved futile when he cheated with Karen. Karen was notably cute and popular within her club circle. He interjected that Sakurajima was considered the university's most beautiful girl. The term beautiful troubled Sakura. She pondered whether men preferred cute girls over beautiful ones. Her personal belief held that cute girls always prevailed. Beautiful girls were perceived as flawlessly exquisite. She thought cute girls captivated hearts through personality alone. This knowledge angered her slightly. Despite her beauty, she consistently lost to cute girls. Tearfully, she confessed, attempting to act cute herself. Her current personality felt unchangeable. She lamented, braced her, urging no misinterpretation of his intent. He confessed, always viewing her as reliable and strong.